Speak Taiwanese language. Feel the heartbeat of Taiwan. Tâi-gí, made easy from Radio Taiwan International. Hello, I'm Watson. You're tuning into Radio Taiwan International. This is Tâi-gí, made easy. Hello, 你今晚收聽的是中央廣播電台 Tâi-gí, made easy 節目. This is your bite-sized companion where you can learn everything about Tâi-gí, the Taiwanese local language. Alright, so this week we've got something huge that happened here in Taiwan, and it's related to stock markets. Earlier this week, Bloomberg reported that Taiwan stock market has overtaken Canada's in market capitalization to become the world's 6th largest. Yay! Well, that means people here in Taiwan are making money, right? Indeed, strong demand for AI-related stocks and the sharp rise in TSMC share price were the key drivers of the growth. As we can already predict it, among the companies here in Taiwan, TSMC accounts for nearly 45% of the Taiwan Stock Exchange's total value. As I've already told you, people here in Taiwan are making a fortune with stocks. This week, we'll learn some related terms and an idiom related to investment in Tâi-gí. Alright, so first of all, I've got 5 words for you to know today about the stock market. First of all, the most important thing is how to buy stocks. To buy stocks, bé-kóo-phiò. Bé-kóo-phiò. Okay, so this verb, bé, that means to buy something. And then kóo-phiò, kóo-phiò, that means the stocks. Okay, so bé-kóo-phiò, that means to buy stocks. This is something that a lot of people here in Taiwan are doing, including younger generation people. So, that's interesting. It's almost a social phenomenon right now, but there are also lots of concerns. We'll probably dive into that at some point in the future or on the programs here at RTI. But anyway, that is the trend right now here in Taiwan. Bé-kóo-phiò, to buy stocks. Moving on to the second word. Kau-tong. Kau-tong. That means stockholder. So if you've already bought the stocks of a certain company, you've become one of the shareholders, the stockholders of the company. You are a kau-tong. Alright, moving on to the third word today. Kau-kuah. Kau-kuah. So that means this is a very financial term. Settlement. Now, to explain that in simple English, in plain English, that means to exchange stocks and money. The action of exchanging that stocks and money. In Mandarin, we call it 交割. In Tâi-gí, we call it kau-kuah. In English, the financial terms is settlement. Anyway, you remember that, kau-kuah. So here in Taiwan, I remember the time to do the settlement is like 2 days after you've already bought the stocks. Like you have to pay for the stocks 2 days after you initial that exchange. So that is that, kau-kuah. Moving on to the fourth word today. thàn-tsînn. Thàn-tsînn. That means to make money. So thàn, that means to, make money itself, the action of making money. And then tsînn, that means money. So ธาน-tsînn, that means to make money. But on the contrary, we've got to lose money. So, some people do lose their money in the stock market. So how do you call the action of losing money? liáu-tsînn. Liáu-tsînn. That means to lose money. So liao, this is the word, this is an action that a verb that describes the action of losing something or something is finished. Okay, so when your money is finished, you've already lost a lot of money when you're investing. That is liáu-tsînn, to lose money. So I still have to remind everyone who's listening to this episode, whatever your nationality is, be very, very careful when you're investing. You might make money, you also might lose money. You might ธาน-tsînn, you also might liáu-tsînn. And these are the 5 words for you to know today about the stock market in Tâi-gí. Alright, so this week's idiom of the week is a idiom that is so useful whatever you're doing the investment or even just doing your work every day. This is an idiom that will help you to make your life a little bit easier. Today's idiom is 食緊挵破碗. Once again, 食緊挵破碗. That means eating in a hurry causes you to break the bowl. Okay, so let's do the figurative meaning first. No, the literal meaning. So, 食緊, 食, that means to eat something, and then 緊, that means doing something in a hurry. 挵破碗, that means the wán, that means your bowl, and then 破, that means break. So 挵破碗, that means you break the bowl. So if you eat in a hurry, you break the bowl. 食緊挵破碗. Rushing things leads to mistakes or damage. That is the figurative meanings of this idiom. So this idiom warns against being overly impatient. When you rush, you lose care and attention, which can result in errors, accidents, or even, ruining the whole work you're trying to finish. Now, this whole idea is also the same in stock market and investment. Sometimes you just want to make money really fast and you do some really dangerous investments. You might make money, but you also might liáu-tsînn. You might lose your money. You might 挵破碗, break the bowl. So, when you're investing, you always need to wait for the right timing. 食緊挵破碗. Eating in a hurry causes you to break the bowl. And that is the wisdom in Tâi-gí for your investment. Alright, so now let's get a quick review of the new words we've learned today. Bé-kóo-phiò, to buy stocks. Kóo-tong, stockholder. Kau-kuah, settlement. Thàn-tsînn, to make money. Liáu-tsînn, to lose money. And that's all for this week on Tâi-gí Made Easy. As always, if you would like to check out all the new words we've learned today and an idiom, do go to our program website at www.rti.org.tw/en. And don't forget to subscribe to this program wherever you get your podcast. I'm Watson, and I'll see you next week. 咱后礼拜再会咯。